Hey guys, welcome to another week of JoArt1 and Co Sports and Gaming. And this week, of course, it's NFL news. And today's a bit of a dark one actually. The lighting's pretty good today, so we're all ready for a great video. This week we're gonna have some topics that we already visited, but we're gonna bring some of them back up. Only because I just want to touch on them a little bit more than what we did last time. But apart from that, this week we've got an exciting week of content for you guys for the NFL, including the NFL preseason is only a couple of days away, starts August. So quite exciting times if you're an NFL fan. But guys, if you want to be able to see all the news and content for the NFL, make sure you subscribe to our channel at JoArt1 Co Sports and Gaming. Click the bell icon so you'll be notified every time we do new updates just like these, NFL videos, gaming, and we also are thinking about doing TV and film review content probably coming up soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Um, and maybe some live game day vlogging again with the NRL, considering it's almost going up to the end of the season pretty much, where soon we're going to be starting to do a lot more NFL content. So stay tuned for that if you're an NFL lover of the channel, in general, NFL lover. Um, and you always get some Boston news and updates as well, because I am a massive Patriot fan. I'll be also covering Kansas City and a couple other teams, but also I'll give you guys each week the my picks for the weeks in the NFL. So, guys, let's get cracking into this today. Let's start off with, of course, the topics today. So, I'm going to go over all the season's alternated gears. So, we're going to go over majority of the teams that have got what's it called? Alternated helmets in uniform. There's two slides with that, so we'll get to that soon. We got the Jimmy Garoppolo option, and Trey Lance has become QB number one. Interesting news about that. Colin Murray's new contract with Arizona. Tom Brady acquires Julio Jones. DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, and Derwin James will not train with their teams until contract negotiations have been complete and a preseason starts in August. And also just a little bit of extra content as well. Since, again, you guys know that I'm a Boston fan, a massive New England Patriots fan on the channel. Massive, hopefully. Hopefully Patriot people watching this. But yeah, so today we're going to start off with, of course, congratulating Danny Amendola. Congratulations on an amazing career. Two-time Super Bowl champion, New England Patriots All 2010 team, and second team All Bigs 12 2007. The gentleman, the man himself, Mr. Danny Amendola. Legendary wide receiver for the Patriots, two Super Bowls, had some amazing catches, especially important ones, to get us to the promised land of two Super Bowls under his time as a wide receiver for the Patriots. He started his career in Philadelphia when he was drafted in 2007, went to the Los Angeles Rams, then came to the Patriots, won two Super Bowls, then moved on to Miami, Detroit, and then, of course, his last team, which this season he played for, was the Houston Texans. And of course, I've got some photos of the Patriots jerseys as well when he was AFC Championship and then Super Bowl champion. And the most iconic one, of course, is the Super Bowl. I think it was 30. I can't remember. I think it was 36. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, it was an exciting time for Danny Amendola, a legendary wide receiver for the Patriots. He truly was one of the best wide receivers in New England, as well as Julian Edelman, my favorite wide receiver of all time. And yeah, that's why on our channel today, I know I didn't put it at the beginning of the video, but I'd like to congratulate Danny Amendola for his career, an amazing career. Had so many great highlights for a lot of teams, and yeah. So congratulations, all the best in retirement. And yeah, hope the future is bright and bold for you. Alrighty, so let's get into all of the 2022 season alternated helmet gears. So first is the helmet gear. So here we have all the different helmets that will be appearing this year for in the NFL. Funny enough, I just noticed there's Dallas Cowboys twice, and also one helmet that hasn't been put here, But even though I covered it last week, is the Atlanta Falcons helmet. You guys know that that helmet's coming this year, so oh, actually no, it is there. It is there. Oh my gosh, almost gave myself a bit of a scare there. um, yeah, I know. I don't know why there's two Dallas Cowboys. When I found the photos online, I don't know why it came up with two, but anyway, we're going to go with it. So we've got the Dallas Cowboys, we've got Atlanta with their helmets, the Coca-Cola edition helmets, the Giants going with their throwback, same as the Patriots. Chicago going with an all orange helmet, not bad. And of course, the Bengals will be matching their white jerseys, their white Tiger jerseys from last year with their white and black helmets. Cardinals, an interesting helmet. It's pretty much the standard helmet they usually have, the black ones, but it's got red shimmery glitter in them, so it's a really, really nice touch to the helmets. So not bad. And then the Washington Commanders, not much really happening with the Commanders. It's just a big W on the front. So it's all right. And of course, the double Dallas, don't know why. Philadelphia got the dark helmets back. The Jets have got the night version of their helmets for their jerseys, the dark jerseys as well. Carolina have got the dark blue, sorry, the dark black and blue. The blue is very highlighted on that actual helmet, so it's a pretty cool one. It would also match their jersey that they have on the next slide. It's a jersey they already had, the really, really like nighttime dark black kind of Panther jersey with the blue stripes, but yeah, it's going to be a cool matching. So this year, there's a couple teams that have got some matching helmets from their previous jerseys. The New Orleans Saints with a new helmet with the actual New Orleans logo imprinted on top of the actual helmet itself, like the full, like a mohawk kind of style. So it's not bad. And of course, the Houston Texans with their chrome red helmets for the season. Out of all these helmets I'm looking at, apart from not being biased as a Patriot fan, I do love the Patriot ones. I can't wait for the throwback. I already got my Mac Jones throwback jersey, so I'm excited for that one. If I had to choose a favorite from the helmets, the alternative helmets this year, I like the white tiger from the Bengals. And I have to admit, I'm not a fan of Atlanta, but Atlanta has such a cool helmet this year. The Coca-Cola edition helmets with the old Atlanta Falcon logo. It's a really, really nice touch to it. Um, and also, I don't mind the Carolina. Carolina one's nice. It's going to match the uniform that they've had as their alternative jerseys for the last couple of seasons now. And it's actually a really, 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 really cool helmet. Baker Mayfield will be wearing that as he's the quarterback for their team this year. Alrighty, moving on to the jerseys. Oh, sorry if my, hopefully you guys can see. So of course, guys, the alternative gear this year, the Patriots, they're going with the throwback jerseys. Still love these jerseys. That's why I purposely bought a Mac Jones throwback jersey. Such a cool jersey, even though it doesn't have the Patriots logos. I'm kind of, I don't know. I wish, you know what? I like what they did with the helmet, but I wish they did the helmet logo on the arms as well instead of the number. But again, look, it is a nice jersey. It's a throwback jersey. I'm so stoked for this. And I can't wait to see this one actually on the field, actually during game. We've got the Giants, of course, the throwback. Definitely looks like, not being rude to them, definitely looks like a Buffalo Bills jersey. I'm going to be really honest. It looks like the retro Bills jersey. But does look like the retro Giants jersey as well. Just I don't know. It's gonna be very hard this year if the Giants play the Bills. Two New York teams, one AFC, one NFC. But it's gonna be very interesting. Anyway, what do you do? Can't do much about that. Then we got the Carolina Panthers. It's not really a it's not really a new uniform, but I just wanted to show you guys um, how the actual jersey will look. And you guys already know the Bengals one, so I didn't put the Bengals jersey with the helmet here because it's pretty much it's the same kind of. That's why I didn't want to do this one for Carolina, but I thought, you know what? At least you guys get to see the helmet and the jersey together for this season, so it's exciting. Now, Philadelphia jersey. They're going back to their throwback jerseys. 2023. I don't know. I've got a feeling the Philadelphia Eagles may play in these jerseys probably what New Year's Eve, I'm guessing, because it says 2023, and I don't know. I'm just questioning if it's going to be through the 2023 season or 2022. I've heard social media posts saying that it's going to be this year they'll be wearing the jersey, but I'm hearing a lot of rumors and speculations that it might be next year. So I don't know, guys. If you manage to find that information, let me know, guys, in the comment section down below. I would actually like to know because I put that there just because I thought, you know what, it's so cool to see the throwback Philadelphia Eagles jerseys. They were iconic back in the days when, you had Cunningham as your quarterback. Used to be rocking that jersey full on. It is a nice jersey, a really, really, really nice jersey. And then now, I know people were probably thinking, is this really an alternative jersey? The Washington Commanders, their black jersey is the alternative jersey this year for Washington. I really don't know if the color actually suits them. They look more like the Pittsburgh Steelers, just with the what's it called color, the burgundy color. It's just I don't know. I really feel that they probably shouldn't have gone for that type of color of a jersey. I thought they were going to go back to their throwback jerseys this year. I was hearing rumors, oh, we're going to go back to the throwback, we're going to go back to the throwback, but this does not look like their throwback jersey, if I had to be really, really honest with you. So I'm going to say the Patriot ones is the best. Like, and you know what? Patriots and Philly. And if I had to choose a third, it's really hard to choose the Giants. I'm sorry. The Giants one's throwing me off. I don't, as you guys know, I'm a Patriot. Our rivals are Buffalo, and seeing those colors on the Giants is really confusing me. I really truly believe that if you just put a massive Buffalo Bill logo on their helmet, they're just the Buffalo Bills. So I'm going the Carolina, the Philadelphia, and of course my number one is of course Boston's own New England Patriots. I love the throwbacks. Matthew Judon looks amazing in the kit. Um, and I can't wait to see the boys rocking in these jerseys this year. It's going to be awesome. Alrighty. So, Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, last week, guys, I said to you that the Cleveland Browns were an option for him. I said to you guys that, of course, Seattle's an option. And I said to you guys, if a Baker Mayfield did not go to Carolina, that would have been an option for him as well. And you know what? They were good options, but one of them held out the most. These other two teams, you know what? It's actually two good other teams and two good organizations I reckon he can get into. So the first one, guys, is Seattle. Now, we all know, like I said to you guys last week, it's going to be interesting. Will Jimmy Garoppolo play for his rivals, the Seattle Seahawks? Seattle need a quarterback. They are not going out this season with Drew Lock. I swear to you, if I see Drew Lock on the field, this is going to be the most entertaining season for the Seattle Seahawks. I think I would have more faith on what's his name, Smith, the other backup quarterback they had last year. And then Atlanta Falcons. I reckon that's a good option as well. Marcus Mariota's, look, he's a good quarterback. He's a good backup quarterback. I just don't know if he's a number one QB yet. So you know what? It's probably a best decision, or actually, probably the best decision in Atlanta Falcons' future to have Jimmy Garoppolo probably at the helm for. I know Jimmy's, he's been injured and he's not like he was when he was at the Patriots or when he went to the Super Bowl with the San Francisco 49ers, but still, he's still a great player to have on your squad, especially with experience wise, especially in the Super Bowl kind of stance with that. And then another one. Now, this is one that I'm actually interested to see if this really, really actually happens, it'll be interesting. The New York Giants. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Daniel Jones has one more year on his contract. His last season as a quarterback for the Giants. I don't think they're going to be going ahead with Daniel Jones next year. I don't think they're going to keep him as their number one QB. So I think this might be, look, I see two teams getting Jimmy Garoppolo here. Two teams desperate of a quarterback, Seattle and Giants. Giants fans, even though I'm not a massive fan of you guys because you beat us twice in two Super Bowls, I'm gonna be honest. Truthfully, I think this is probably a good move for you guys. I think the problem is with the Giants at the moment, they haven't had a quarterback that's been consistent at the moment. Daniel Jones has not been the answer since he was drafted. Maybe he had some great highlights in his career, but not he hasn't developed into the QB that should be your future. I really truly believe you guys need a player like Jimmy Garoppolo. It needs to happen. I think Jimmy is the best option for the Giants. Um, and in Seattle, like I said to you guys, I don't see Drew Lock being the number one QB. I just got this feeling in my gut that I think with Drew Lock being the number one QB, Seattle's not going to have a lot of chances to make a lot of progression, especially this season. I know the coach wants to really develop, Pete Carroll wants to develop the running game a lot more, but you need a QB that's got enough experience to kind of get you guys still up the field. And yes, I know, Seattle fans, you're probably going, boo, why him? He's the worst quarterback that could possibly come to our feet. You know what? He's actually not the worst quarterback. I'll tell you this for sure. Tell me honestly, right? If you guys are watching this video, right, and you guys want to, give me your opinion, tell me honestly, would you rather have Drew Lock as your QB number one, or would you rather have Jimmy Garoppolo? Who do you see more potential in out of those two quarterbacks? To be honest with you, I would say Jimmy in a heartbeat because I think Jimmy Garoppolo's got a lot more to play for. Look, he's still young. Yes, he's had injuries, but you know what? This year he'll be coming out to fire and really fire hard because I think this is the season that Jimmy Garoppolo has to become a QB number one prodigy. He has to be the QB1 answer for a team. I know he wasn't at San Fran, but he's got to have that opportunity. But either way, in the meantime, well, Kyle Shanahan came out a couple of days ago, in a press conference with the San Francisco 49ers media and said that, we appreciate having, Jimmy Garoppolo as our quarterback. We respect the guy. He's given us so many opportunities, especially bring us to that Super Bowl against Kansas City, even though we didn't get the chance to win it. It was a privilege having him, but Trey Lance is the number one quarterback for this season. Now, my question is, do you guys think that Trey Lance is the best option right now for San Francisco? Because will be his second season in the NFL. He's coming off a rookie season that really he didn't play many games. He had some good highlights of his career, but I don't know. He feels like to me, a Trey Lance feels like a Jordan Love situation at the moment. I think the best option for Trey Lance is to have a veteran quarterback, him being behind a veteran quarterback for one more year. Because I don't know. I'm not too sold on the Trey Lance being QB number one yet. I think he's got a lot more to learn before he jumps into the quarterback position. And it's nothing against him, and I understand San Francisco fans, you want something different from Jimmy, but it's a really, really tough spot to be in, because especially the fact you guys are giving away one of your best QBs. Even though, look, I understand it was the scheme of things, the way that Kyle Shanahan made Jimmy Garoppolo epic by his scheming with his defensive play or his offensive strategy plays, but still, at least Jimmy gave you guys more opportunities to break games open. So, I don't know. I'm not too sold on Trey Lance, but any San Francisco fan, if you think this is the future, I'm hoping all the best for you guys. As you guys know, or actually no, probably you guys don't know, I'm a massive Patriot fan, always will be a Patriot fan, never will change my colors from that. But San Francisco, if I had to choose a second team, I would choose San Fran and then probably Kansas City as third. But truthfully, I'm more of a Patriot fan than any of those two. I'm just more of a Patrick Mahomes fan from Chiefs. That's pretty much it for Chiefs. Oh, and Travis, I don't mind them. But do you know what I mean? It's just more the fact that I don't know. Let me know, guys, in the comment section down below. What do you think this will, what positive vibe will this have for the team this year? Alrighty, Kyler Murray has finally had his wishes granted from Arizona. Um, in which, we know the drama that he caused leading up to the Super Bowl this year and during the postseason. It was kind of bound to finally be resolved. And, even though in a way it's been resolved, there's a very interesting point that I have below, and I'll talk to you guys about it in a minute. So first off, Kyler Murray has agreed to a new contract for 5 years. So it's basically a contract extension worth 23 230.5 million. So 230.5 million. So it's not bad. With a 160 million guaranteed. So not bad for a contract, especially a quarterback that was on a rookie scale contract before, now is into the elite group now. Second highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Being the highest paid quarterback in the NFL does come with its little little nicks and nannies. But anyway, so the one clause of Colin Murray's contract, which is actually interesting in the NFL community, because listening to this is kind of actually quite interesting when I was reading about it and actually breaking it down for you guys in the video. Arizona Cardinals have made Colin Murray commit to having to study film before matches, or else he'll be defaulted $230 million if he doesn't study opponents' videos or team videos. That is interesting. If you're an Arizona Cardinals fan, there's a lot of question marks of why they asked him to do that. Does that mean that last year he didn't study, or like I don't understand why they. I understand maybe just to get him more developed into an elite QB for the future, but is there a particular reason why they've asked him to study opponents' videos more clearly and study his own team to see the benefits, the positives, and the negatives? I don't know, and that's why I said it's probably to benefit his developed skills to become the QB franchise. Sorry, the QB the franchise needs to make it one step further than last season. Because last season they made it to the wild card round, they lost against the eventual champions, the Rams, and he kind of took majority of the blame for that loss because there were a lot of key moments where Kyler Murray had a lot of opportunities during that game, but they were saying that, how do I put this into word? He was very naive, they were saying in this game. So, like, he didn't take chances when he should have, and there was a lot of things behind. And look, I know it was the first time Kyler Murray entered the playoffs. It was his first time with the Cardinals in a long time, but there was a lot of situations and issues that playoff game had, especially for Kyler. The fact that he doesn't do well sometimes without DeAndre Hopkins and all the players that make him Kyler Murray. And it's interesting. Kyler Murray is now getting paid second highest contract in the NFL for a QB. But does he have the skills to take Arizona to the Super Bowl this year? I don't know, guys. To me, it's a puzzling one because I think Kyler Murray is one of those players. He's a naturally gifted player, a great speedy runner. Even though you see memes of Kyler Murray everywhere these days, but he's a great football player. Just still building his skills and developing his, definitely his attitude is going to be one important thing for this year. Will he have the attitude of a captain, or will he have the attitude as still a quarterback just playing in the game just to make himself a name, but not try and take a team to. There's a lot of things that could come out of this season, and look, I hope all the best for Colin Murray. He's one of the quarterbacks that everyone adores at the moment. He's a good quarterback. He's got great skills, but will he be the answer in the long run? We'll have to wait and see. All right. I feel like every week we should just do a Tom Brady segment. I really am tempted to do that now, or actually do a Tom Brady special video. Tom Brady acquires Julio Jones for the 2022 season. Can this guy not take players that are elite or becoming Hall of Famers? Like, seriously? He had Randy Moss, he had Julian Edelman, he's got Julio Jones, he had Antonio Brown for a bit, even though Antonio Brown walked off the field with no top, no jersey against the Jets. But we're not going to talk about that. It's more the fact he's done it again. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have pulled off one of the best deals I find out of the 2022 season so far, as they have another elite wide receiver that will don the Buccaneers jerseys this year. Now we know the Buccaneers, they went off and bought the Atlanta Falcons wide receiver. Trying to remember his name. The guy from don't you hate when you forget remember? Oh, hang on. Russell Gage, that's the one. Russell Gage from the Atlanta Falcons, right? That was a pretty good steal considering Russell Gage is an okay wide receiver, just wasn't in the right situation. Atlanta, they have a lot of struggles with their offense, so it was probably best he did come to Tampa. But now, think about this for a second, right? I'll just tell you this quickly. Julio Jones has been signed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for 1 year. The contract is worth $6 million. Now, apart from, don't worry about the amount this contract is worth because it is only a 1 year deal. But it's good enough money for a player that's had a great Hall of Fame career. But think about this for a second. If I was a Tampa Bay fan right now, I'll be screaming of joy. You got Chris Godwin, you got Mike Evans, you got Russell Gage, and of course, you got Julio Jones. If Julio Jones has a good season this year, hopefully fingers crossed without injury plaguing him, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to the Super Bowl. You got Julio Jones that at one point in Atlanta was a beast. He honestly was a beast. He kept Atlanta Falcons' hopes and dreams in his hands every time he was on the field. Even though, yes, unfortunately in his career he's had a lot of injuries, but he still is an elite wide receiver. So it's just, like I said, I want to do a Tom Brady segment every week. This like Tom Brady seems to acquire the greatest players in the NFL at the moment. It's just, oh gosh. So the only risk, like I said, guys, of signing Julio Jones is he's had injuries throughout his career, and also during the 2021 season with a hamstring injury that he actually aggravated at the end of the season that prevented him to take the field to help Tennessee during the 2021 season, the remaining bit of it, and during their 2021 playoff defeat to the Bengals in the wildcard round. He only played 13 games, had 31 receptions, and scored 1 touchdown in the 2021 season. And technically speaking, two, if that one wasn't taken off him during the season last year, but still 1 touchdown. Julio, again, he's a great wide receiver, just the guy has been injury plagued. That's the only problem, unfortunately, for him. But you know what? Still has an amazing career ahead of him to finish on a high, especially if he can win a Super Bowl with Tom Brady this year. That'll be his highlight of his career. The guy that suffered a 28-3 lead and lost to Tom Brady at the end in that Super Bowl against Atlanta now gets to play with a legend himself. And not only just that, gets a chance to possibly make it to a Super Bowl playoff or the big stage again. It's a phenomenal story, and I hope all the best for Julio. And man, can we stop Tom Brady from taking everyone, please? Like, this is, oh my gosh, the guy could seriously invest in them. Definitely getting people to his squad, but you know, only in Tampa. All right. So DK Metcalf, Debo Samuel, and Dylan James will not train with their teams until contract negotiations have been complete. Now, today there was news about this, and I thought I'll bring this up to you guys. Debo, DK, and Derwin James did not attend, have not attended their respective teams' preseasons training. Instead, they are waiting on negotiations in regards to new contracts that could either lock them down, lock the players down on a new contract, or see the players release to become the final piece of the puzzle for other teams in their bid to make the NRL postseason playoffs. That is a true statement because, truthfully speaking, you got DK Metcalf, you got Debo Samuel, you got Derwin James. Three players, to be honest with you, three players that the last couple of seasons have made absolute majority career highlights. They've got a highlight reel for each themselves, and DK and Debo especially. Debo especially, like it's just but this is how the situations are for all three teams, or all three of these players, and this is the reason why each of these statements I'll give you, and then I'll tell you guys for each of them why I think they should stay and why I think they should possibly maybe leave. DK Metcalf. Now, we all know Seattle's QB, Russell Wilson, has now left. Now it's up to Drew Lock or Geno Smith to become the QB for the future. Now, just think about this for a second. If DK Metcalf stays with the Seattle Seahawks, if he gets Jimmy Garoppolo as his quarterback, I know people are frowning, going, yeah, that's very unlikely, and I don't see that happening in a history. I reckon it'll be a good opportunity for DK Metcalf. He is already a good wide receiver, but I reckon he needs another QB that can set, you know, set some milestones for DK, because DK Metcalf is a great wide receiver. He's so athletic. He is so physically strong. He is the hardest probably wide receiver to stop in the NFL at the moment. He is fit to the max. So, but again, if he does stay with the Seattle Seahawks, I reckon if he waits for Jimmy to come over, maybe they might have success. But then again, the problem is with Seattle, they're going for the running game this year. And the problem is, I think Seattle's problem this year is, are the wide receivers going to have enough time to have receptions during the games, or are the running backs just going to take over? Like this week, we had a veteran, or actually, veteran slash rookie running back retire at the age of 27, had a neck injury, so that's why he retired early. But then again, Pete Carroll has already specified and stated that there is, this season, the team is literally going to try and do a lot more running plays, a lot more different kind of schemes. Yeah, Chris Carson. Sorry, I just forgot his name. So I know you guys thinking, oh, why are you looking up on your phone? I've got so much information I've got to remember. Sometimes there's going to be some things that I'm going to feel like names. But yeah. So I don't know. If DK goes, I don't know where he would. I think he would fit more probably what, maybe what's a team that needs a wide? Oh, Green Bay Packers. I reckon they'll definitely, without Devontae Adams, I think they need someone like Debo. I don't know. And then sorry, not Debo, sorry, DK. Now Debo Samuels, he had an outstanding 2021 season. He played two positions during the year that made him the most versatile player in the squad. He played wide receiver and running back during the course of the season as well as the playoffs. Now he's looking to obviously be paid a lot more for his skill sets that he offers to San Fran, which you got to admit, the guy deserves it. He really worked so hard last year. You saw his reaction when they lost to the Rams. He put his whole effort in the season. Even though he was cut short by the eventual champions, the Los Angeles Rams, they had a great season. There's some bumps in the road, but you know what? It was a great season for opportunity. So if Debo stays, it might be a good opportunity. He gets to work with Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance will definitely be able to use Debo. I reckon Debo might be the number one running back and number one wide receiver. I think he would definitely target, I reckon. I don't know. It's still one of those things. And then Brendan Ayuk as well. He's pretty good as well. If Deebo Samuel leaves, this is the question. Now, and this is the one that, if you guys have an answer, comment in the section down below, in the comment section. Deebo Samuel, where do we see him going this year if he was to leave? It's the most hardest question I think a lot of people. I can't answer it. I honestly, look. I reckon the best place for him, if he wants to be wide receiver, it'll definitely have to be what's it called? Uh, yeah, so that's what I think for Debo, and then Derwin James, of course, 25-year-old safety. They hopefully want to lock him down. All right. Oh, sorry. And we're going on to the NFL preseason. Here you go, guys. I've got the preseason things for you guys. We've got week 1, week 2, and then week 3 and 4. If you guys want, just pause the video and you'll be able to see. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for us. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel on YouTube at JoArt1 & Co Sports and Gaming. And, of course, follow us on Instagram at JoArt1 & Co. All right, guys, that's it for me. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.